For many years, my father's daily routine involved waking up at the early hour of 4 a.m. to prepare for work. He would leave our home shortly before 4:30 a.m. and often return after midnight. Our family lived on the mainland while his job was on the island. To avoid the daily traffic jams, he had to leave our house extremely early, covering a considerable distance to his workplace. Even during the late hours, traffic remained a significant challenge, causing him to return very late at night. I remember watching him eat his meal, which had grown cold hours earlier due to my mother's preparation. Afterward, he would briefly watch television before going to bed, usually after midnight. He maintained this tiring schedule for several years, and each time I thought of it, I was amazed by his dedication. When he eventually retired from his job years after I had graduated from college, he received a pension of approximately $1,500. Our family was initially thrilled, thinking that this windfall would mark the end of financial struggles and open the door to a more prosperous life. However, just weeks later, I overheard my parents engaged in heated arguments. This incident was the first of many such disputes to come. So, what were they arguing about? Well, my father believed that he had stumbled upon a substantial sum of money, unlike anything he had seen in years. He began to indulge in some luxuries that had long been out of his reach. However, in a matter of days, that $1,500 pension dwindled to nearly nothing. While my mother had envisioned this money as a lifeline out of poverty, my father saw it as a rare opportunity for enjoyment he had never experienced before. Years later, my father continued to complain about his financial struggles, despite his relentless hard work throughout his life. I have also been worried about this for a long time. However, it was after the 1,500 incident that I began to understand why he remained poor despite his unwavering dedication. As for my own story, you might think that I would have learned from my father's financial mistakes. But at one point, shortly after graduating from university, I found myself in dire financial straits. I was determined never to seek employment and instead set out to establish a business from scratch. It's worth noting that I had no prior experience in running a business, and I had never tasted either success or failure in the entrepreneurial world. In my arrogance and overconfidence, I believed I could succeed without needing to read extensively about business or heed the lessons of experienced entrepreneurs. My first business took off rapidly, and I started earning a significant amount of money. In fact, I earned so much that I didn't know how to manage it. I thought that because the money was flowing in, I could afford to be extravagant. I played the role of Santa Claus, giving money to those in need, even if it had nothing to do with my business. If someone mentioned they needed money for breakfast, I wouldn't stop at providing just breakfast money. I'd also throw in cash for lunch and dinner, and even humorously suggest enough to pay their bride price. Of course, that was an exaggeration, but you get the idea. I believed that my financial prosperity was limitless because job opportunities and clients kept coming. However, as quickly as the money had flowed in, it dried up. Clients stopped coming, jobs became insufficient, and I found myself financially drained. I reached a point where I hadn't seen or touched money in a long time. Don't ask me how I managed to eat. I relied on the generosity of others. Several years later, after finally experiencing some financial stability, I wondered why I had worked so diligently, yet ended up financially unstable for an extended period. I also contemplated the situations of other people who had faced similar challenges. It didn't take long for me to understand the main reason for working hard and still being poor. The fundamental issue was my lack of financial knowledge, specifically, my profound ignorance about how money operates. An angel investor once told me that when I had a lot of money, I spent it without realizing I was wasting both my present assets and future potential. This concept didn't become clear to me until later. In essence, I was broke not because I wasn't putting in hard work or staying up late working when many of my peers were not. My financial struggles persisted because I lacked a mindset that could attract money into my life. You see, whether you acknowledge it or not, your attitude toward money significantly influences your financial situation. Your wealth or poverty is ultimately a reflection of your mindset regarding money. I once joined a religious group that regarded money as inherently evil and discouraged its pursuit. Instead, we were encouraged to rely on divine providence. This left me puzzled because, despite our relentless hard work, most of us in the group were perennially hungry, frequently relying on each other for financial support. After enduring this situation for more than 3 years, I had a realization. I realized that the idea that money is evil and should be avoided was a weak mindset. It was this weak mindset that had left us financially struggling. I concluded that God had never intended for His children to beg for their basic needs, or for money to be associated with evil. It was a belief that had been taken to the extreme within this religious group. In summary, your financial success or failure is closely linked to your mindset about money. You will remain poor as long as you believe money is evil or something to be spent recklessly. You will also struggle financially if you believe money is everything and the sole path to happiness. Your mindset shapes your financial reality. If you want to change your financial situation, you must first change your mindset about money. Your beliefs about money become your reality, so it's important to adopt a mindset that attracts wealth rather than repelling it. To do this, you must educate yourself about money. Learn how it works, read books on money management, watch educational videos, attend seminars, and observe the habits of successful people. Money isn't solely about hard work, it's about understanding how it functions and cultivating the right mindset. You become rich or poor based on your beliefs and attitudes towards money. As T. Harv Eker, the author of The Secrets of the Millionaire Mind, wisely said, "If you want to change the fruits, you will first have to change the roots." In other words, to change your financial outcomes, you must first change your beliefs and mindset about money. Well, that's it. We really appreciate you taking the time to watch these gems for success. But before you go, our team would be delighted if you could like this video and share it with your friends on social media. And if you're new here, don't forget to subscribe so you won't miss out on other engaging videos like this one. Thank you for your support.